Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner. Wearing the black trunks with silver trim, he stands 5 feet, 5 inches tall. He weighed in at 149.1 pounds. He is making his bare knuckle debut, and he fights out of La Candelaria, Ancasti, Catamarca, Argentina. Introducing Walter the Baby Saravia. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. Wearing the black trunks, he stands 5 feet, 8 inches tall. He weighed in at 152.4 pounds. He is making his bare knuckle debut. And he fights out of Winter Haven, Florida, by way of Tupelo, Mississippi, Issac Ware.
2 weeks notice for Issac, late opponent change. Both men making their bare knuckle debut.
Touch the corner. Touch the corner with your foot. Blue, you ready? Red, you ready?
Here we go. Black and silver trunks for Walter Saravia. The black trunks for Iron Man Issac Ware. Swing and a miss, but closing the distance quickly. When asked of his fight style, Ware told us he's a stalker that seeks and destroys.
Yeah, you can see he's on that front foot trying to get close to Saravia. Saravia trying to almost getting that back foot, trying to use that check hook there.
Big shot, puts his opponent down. 35 seconds into the fight.
I don't know what landed cleanly there. I thought they both missed those overhand rights, but something must have got in. I don't know if it was a follow-up by Ware on the hook or something, but let's see.
Changing levels to the body.
See Ware, you can see sort of trying to control that center trigon, physically trying to impose himself.
Come on, guys. No push. No push.
You see Saravia is given that weaker body language, even when Ware's leaning on him. He's sort of in that, I don't want to say beta mode, but you know, he's certainly in retreat mode, and even not trying to be the boss in there. You can see Ware is making a concerted effort to be that boss. Good shot there by Saravia, but Ware, you see what I mean about when you have the boss mindset, you're trying to stay there and control the distance and control where you're putting your opponent, not letting your opponent put you where he wants to be. Well, let's see if Saravia keeps landing these little short counters like he did a second ago.
Saravia fought with the gloves on in March of this year. That fight was in Tampa, Florida. Tonight we are in Biloxi, Mississippi. Round number 1. Left hook connects for Saravia.
Yeah, Ware's a little bit wide on those shots. I think Saravia's starting to get that timing. Remember, he's got the boxing background. And you see he's starting to get a little bit of that timing. And Saravia also has a little bit of a weird rhythm. But I think in that exchange when he was on the ropes and he landed a couple of shots on Ware, it gave Saravia some confidence. You can see his body language is a little bit more confident, even though Ware is still trying to push him back and control the center of the trigon.
9 professional MMA fights for Iron Man Issac Ware from 2014 to 2018. So it's been a while since he has been in professional competition. Both men making their BYB debut here tonight.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of the rust. He comes up short, he lunges in. I keep hearing his corners tell him, don't lunge in. He's coming up just short. He's got to be a little bit deceptive in the way he enters. See, he's trying to, again, physically impose himself on Saravia, pick him up in those clinches, just to try to send a psychological message there that he's strong. But he's got to be a little bit more deceptive on the end.
And it seems as if Paulie Saravia is weathering the early storm.
Yeah.
And if he can turn it into a technical boxing display, he may very well come up on top. Good finish of the round there.
Yeah, good finish of the round by Saravia. He got knocked down in the round, so probably a Ware round. But I like the way Saravia, turned that thing around. And it looks like Ware is going to have to make some adjustments in the second round. Let's see what happens.
Same thing over and over again. Break the other way. Come back.
See the replay. That was a good shot by Saravia on the inside. You see Actually, Ware's left eye kind of still blinking even as he's trying to fight it. Then he actually lands a nice uppercut as well, Saravia, on the inside. So on the inside, this is actually that moment. That was what I was talking about, that moment again when he was against the ropes, when he landed a couple of shots where I think it increased his confidence. I think right before that, it was almost in a beta mode, like he was like, his body language is almost like, I don't want to be here.
Right.
And he got knocked down with something that I didn't really see land too cleanly. But then after he was able to land those 2 shots up against the ropes, it seemed like his confidence grew. He came out of his shell, and I think he closed out the round pretty well, although it was a Ware round after scoring the knockdown. But let's see. Oh, another counter uppercut there by Saravia.
And a lot of swelling on the left eye of Issac Ware. We saw the big shot on the replay. Issac working the body, some dirty boxing. Round number 2, this fight scheduled for 5.
Yeah, Ware is trying to physically just push his way in, trying to impose his physicality on Saravia, but there's not a lot of technique. And I think now he's starting to lose some of his confidence because he's not as confident in the way he's throwing his shots. And Saravia is becoming the confident guy now, putting punches together in combinations.
Work out, guys, work out. Watch behind the head. Stop! Break no punch. Watch behind the head.
I don't know what Ware's complaining about there. Those were shots behind the head. He's just got to keep focused on the task at hand, which is the fight.
Saravia just trying to remain patient, look for his spots, change his levels again.
Oh, there's
big
a
right hand
by Ware. He finally gets the distance on him. Why is that? Because he was able to set it up with a jab first, so he didn't just come in flying. Although Saravia now, who's confident, you're not going to push him away from you anymore by landing a shot like you would have early in the first round. Now he's confident he can take what you got and he can return fire.
Let's also keep an eye on the cardio of both men, but especially of Issac, taking this fight on 2 weeks' notice.
And also Issac, a guy who throws everything hard, so it also will affect your conditioning.
And carrying a lot of muscle. Right in front of our broadcast position.
Real sneaky with those uppercuts.
Break.
Round number 2.
You see again, Saravia is ready with that uppercut constantly, so Ware's got to, there it is again. Ware's got to be careful in the way he lunges in. He's giving that uppercut to Saravia on a platter, and Saravia keeps taking it. And that's why the left eye of Ware is so swollen underneath, because he keeps walking into those uppercuts.
Shot on the break.
Ware is losing.
They're going to take a point immediately from Saravia.
That was a bit extreme.
Yeah.
But every time we're here, we get some weirdness here from the officials. I don't know about that. You know, the guy doesn't speak English. It's the first warning. I mean, now it's kind of hurt Saravia because he lost the first round 10-8 for the knockdown. And he was on his way to win this round nicely, but now it's going to be a sort of even.
Could be looking at a 9-9, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, now the best he can hope for is 9-9. And if he loses another 10-8, he's really going to be behind the 8-ball. But you see that swelling underneath the left eye of Ware is now bleeding because Saravia has been able to keep working. A big shot.
Great combination.
Well set up very nicely. Wide left hook with a right hand. The wide left hook is a deceptive shot to take your eye away to your peripheral vision so you don't see the shot coming down the middle. Very well executed by Saravia. That's going to be a beautiful replay to see.
And with the point deduction, that's a huge knockdown for Walter Saravia late in round 2.
And that was a hard knockdown, too. Yes. That was a huge knockdown, but he went down. Like, you know, that's when you guys go down like that, you know they got hurt. But again, well-executed punch. You know, you throw that wide left hook, you get your opponent's eyes looking peripherally and distracted from what's coming down the middle. So it's a decoy shot followed by the train coming right down the middle. And when you execute it perfectly, you get the result Saravia got there. See, that was on the break. That was, I don't know, I mean, yeah, I thought it was a little bit extreme on the part of the ref to take the point there. But let's see, here's the shot. Right there, perfect. Right hand comes right down the middle after a wide left hook. You see Ware reacts to the wide left hook. And see, he pulls back from the wide left hook and doesn't see the right hand coming right down the middle like the locomotive, and it really landed well.
So both men have scored knockdowns. This fight continues, round number 3. Black and silver trunks for Walter Saravia, the black trunks for Issac Ware. Tupelo, Mississippi, against Argentina.
I think Ware will be well set to use some feints in there. He's got a nice little rhythm, but he doesn't use his feints, and he just forces his way in. If he uses some feints, it might offset some of the awkward movements of Saravia, because Saravia has a weird rhythm, a little bit of an awkward rhythm. It's hard to time. So I think Ware, see, there's a feint right there. Maybe he's listening to me, Goldie.
Yep. Trying to move around, looking to roll.
Work out.
See, Saravia's more confident now.
Right.
No question.
Ever since he, was able to land those early couple of shots in the second half of the first round, his mentality has changed, and Ware finds himself in a fight now.
And the more technical this matchup becomes, the more the experience with the gloves on becomes a huge factor for the Argentinian.
Yep, and again, his uppercut's landing well for Saravia. He landed another short right uppercut on the inside there.
Come on, guys, work out.
For the Argentine, as it is.
Yeah.
Work out, guys.
He's from Argentina.
Stop, break, no punch.
Midway point of the fight, scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds.
See, Saravia had, good uppercut again. Again, that right uppercut by Saravia, and I think that might have closed the show.
5,
That might have ended
6,
it.
7, 8, 9, 10.
It is all over. Walter Saravia finishes the fight in the 3rd round.
Earlier in the night, we saw one punch that was not made an adjustment to by one guy, was J.D. Burns. Couldn't make an adjustment to the short right hand by Issac Quinones. This fight, it was that right uppercut of Saravia, and Issac Ware just could not make an adjustment to it, kept falling in, and Saravia kept making him pay with that right uppercut, short right uppercut. It doesn't look like a whole lot, but it keeps landing. It caused the swelling, then it opened it up into a cut, and then finally it's that shot that ends this fight tonight.
I mentioned weather the early storm, and that's exactly what Saravia did.
Yep, and then the glove boxing experience comes into play, because again, that kind of timing is taken from glove boxing.
Been in Las Vegas for 5 months. He said coming into the fight that it was all about him being ready, him being prepared, and one of the big things was going to be his experience, and it was showcased, Paulie, as the fight continued.
Oh, you got that right. You see some of that replays now. Let's see if we see the end here. The wide left hook was also something. There's the right uppercut. That's the one that ended. But the wide left hook was also something we saw Saravia using consistently. It didn't land there, but sometimes it landed, and it is also what set up the other knockdown, which was the straight right hand. Here, we're going to see a better look at the uppercut. There it is again, right there. Boom. See, it doesn't look like a whole lot, but man, I'm telling you, when there's those kind of shots, it's coming from underneath. It's got a lot of leverage. You don't see it coming most of the time. Also with Ware, it had landed several times, so it already caused damage. It's bothering him, and then he finally took his last one, and he's like, I can't do this anymore.
With the official decision, here is Big Mo.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Brandon Hughes calls a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 42 seconds of the 3rd round. Declaring your winner by knockout, Walter the Baby Saravia. Walter, come here and talk to me for a second. There you go. Right here, Walter. Perfect, got a translator. Walter, first and foremost, welcome to Bare Knuckle. You made your debut with a victory. How do you feel?
Muchas gracias, la verdad que mi primer pelea. Estoy muy contento por la victoria. Se la dedico a mi madre, a mis hermanos allá en Catamarca, Argentina, y para toda la gente que me apoya.
I'm very thankful for the opportunity of being able to perform here for BYB. I want to say thank you to my mother, my sister, my family back at home, and anyone who's supporting me here in my professional debut tonight.
Now, I was listening to Paulie and Goldie and our commentators at ringside. They were talking about your awkward style. You're almost kind of hard to pinpoint. Did you know that you were going to have a stylistic advantage with your boxing background?
Tienes un estilo medio raro, ¿verdad? Te mueves bastante. Los comentaristas, de hecho, estaban diciendo del estilo. Tú tenías una ventaja, sientes que tenías una ventaja con eso.
Sí, sabía que mi rival venía de la MMA, bueno, yo practico boxeo, así que bueno, sabía que tenía esa ventaja de poder boxearlo y se me dio.
Now, I'm sure.
So I was aware that he was an MMA fighter. I didn't know very much about him, but that's why I stick to boxing, and I knew that bare knuckle is a striking game.
Now, I'm sure you have some friends and family watching you all over. Anything that you have to say to them?
Dice, tienes amigos, fanáticos alrededor del mundo. Algo que le quieres decir a ellos.
Muchas gracias por su apoyo y también aprovecho para saludar a la gente de México, que hoy es el Día de la Independencia. Tengo muchos amigos por allá, también estuve viviendo un tiempo, así que ahí va mi saludo para la gente de México.
He said, I want to thank everyone that supported me. I want to thank my family and my fans from around the world. And especially I want to give a shout out to the country of Mexico. Today is Mexican Independence Day. I've been able to live out there in Mexico and train with various friends. And I'm thankful for that country for opening the doors for me.
Well, one more time, ladies and gentlemen, for your winner, Walter Saravia.